You are now tuned in to the official podcast of the Foundation. This program is designed for individuals in a committed or platonic relationship so that we can share dating tips and love advice. So with that in mind, let's get to it. Let's talk about it. The Foundation. The Foundation. Welcome to the Foundation. It's your boy, the incredible DJ Battle. Hey, we're back for round number 2, second episode. And you already know one rep. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, ready to shut this thing down. And hey, you know I got the same team. We back for another round. So we're going to take it over to cross town. We got Candy Coded over there. Go ahead and say something to him.
Hey, you guys, this is Candy Coded, also known as Queen Candy, repping in Raleigh, North Carolina by way of the DMV. Coming to you guys tonight, excited to share with you all. So we're going to take it on over to Max Black.
All right, Max, you in the building. What's up, big homie?
Oh, man, just sitting up at the red wall, waiting on us to get this thing popping. 313 in the house, Detroit, Motor City, rolling down in North Kakalaki, 1111, love, baby.
Yeah. So, yes, we're going to jump straight into the disclaimer, letting you know that, hey, this is for entertainment purposes only. So, please don't get reckless with sharing our experiences to help you out. So, we're going to jump into kind of a similar topic to the last one. This one's tricky. We have we'll just call her Lady B. Basically, she's a married woman. She's been married for 20 years. She has 2 kids. One is 10, the other one is 5. And the marriage is, it's been, like any other marriages, it has its ups and downs. But I guess for the last, 3 years, it's been just a slow decline. And she hasn't been getting the action that she wants from her husband. Basically, he feels like just paying the bills is enough. He hasn't been giving her no loving. So, and when he does give it to her, it's probably like, a holiday. So she kind of took matters into her own hand, and she got her a side piece. Okay? But here's the kicker, You know how it is when once we find out somebody else is, tending to our playing around in our honeypot, we want to all of a sudden, get correct and kind of just, bring things back home and try to make things right, which rightfully so. And she agreed to, work it out, but she hasn't told him that, her side piece is still he's still blowing that back out. So, Candice, what would you recommend that Lady B do? Because this is the tough one right here.
This is certainly a tough one. I recommend she first come to a point of decision about what she wants to do, because ultimately this whole thing is about her. The decision, understanding that there was some neglect in the situation, yet the decision to cheat was also a selfish decision. So it was ultimately about her. So first thing she needed to do was come to a decision about what she wants to do, what's going to best drive her happiness, whether it's going to be to stay in her 20-year marriage, where she's built so much with this man, or is it really worth it to leave it or to jeopardize it further by being in this relationship or situationship, I should call it, with this other guy. So that's first and foremost that she needs to come, to that place to make a decision. And she just have to weigh it. Like, is it worth it? Is it worth losing or jeopardizing what I've built for 20 years? And I understand that, as husband and wives, it's our responsibility to keep our spouse happy, especially in the area of sex, right? It is our job to do that. We made that commitment when we made those vows, right?
Oh, my
Yet at the
arthritis.
same time, I mean, I get it. I'm a woman. You when you're not getting attention, and you've been begging for it, and begging for it, and you're penciled in. Nobody wants to be penciled into a special occasion when it comes to making love to your mate. So I get it. I mean, I totally get it. She went out there and she met her need, but at the same time, that's really all it is. At the end of the day, it's very rare that you fall in love with
Mhm.
someone that you have an affair with. He's blowing that
Yeah,
back out, and
yeah,
rightfully so.
yeah.
It's good to her, and it's what she's been missing. But at the end of the day, that's pretty much probably all it is. So she has to make a decision. You
Okay.
know.
Okay. Well, it sounds like she has a decision to make. What's on your mind, Max? I know you. I want to hear your side of the story. I want to hear your perspective. What you thinking, homie?
Man, this is kind of complicated in whole different type of ways and stuff. But I think she should have re-examined her situation before she make a quick decision because even though everything's set up for her both ways, because most of the time it is. He probably paying for her, taking care of her on this one taking care of her on this one. It might be both things. But
Yeah.
I'm looking at the whole picture to me. She might as well go ahead and have a threesome. That's what I say. Go ahead and get it on out the way.
Oh,
Let's just have a threesome. Get on
hey,
out the way and see which
that's
one. You
That's
know what I'm
bold,
saying?
Max.
that's
Huh?
definitely it.
That's how it is today. You know what I'm saying? Now, back in my day, you'd be like, you had to either pick one or the other. And that other one you will never ever see again. These days, you might as well just join on in, man. Because it's all about ratings. Instead about being about love and shit. You know what I'm saying? You go in and get everybody together at one time. Have a threesome, get it all out y'all mind. Then y'all can figure out what y'all gonna do.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough dilemma. I mean, because I'm looking at the fact that you got kids in the situation. Um, we all know what divorce can do. Divorce is always tough, especially on the children. And I guess she's also brought that in the equation. Like she wants to hang in there for the kids, you know. And she, how it is when you wait so
Mm,
long, and
Hmm.
then
can't.
look, we all have that adult. We all have our needs, our wants. We know what we like. So when somebody's not giving it to us, and you only got so much of a window of
Uh,
what I call stroking years. You only have
uh,
a certain limited time, or should I say prime years. You want to you
uh,
want to kind of you want to kind of get it in your prime years, and if the
Absolutely.
person the person you relying on, to get your needs from is just rolling over like oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
And it's only so much of that you're gonna take. So that's an adult situation.
it is.
Yeah, yeah, and
I
mm,
think counseling is a good way. Maybe they need to sit down and talk to somebody. But at the same time, I think for her, um, it probably be a good idea that the way the fact that if she took sex out of the equation with the side piece, but she still want him as much as she do now. Like if it were similar, if the sex wasn't as good, or if the sex stopped being as frequent as it is, would she still want to be bothered with him? Would she still be contemplating giving up what she's built with her husband, all these years and jeopardizing her family? So although that feeling is good, it makes you feel wanted, it makes you feel needed, and all those things. And as women,
mm.
well, women and men, we both share that same emotion to have that
About
being
what?
met, of
What
being
about what
wanted by
part?
someone,
Oh,
being wanted
for real?
and needed by someone, and
Oh,
being
okay.
yeah,
desired more so than anything by
Oh,
someone.
there you go. There you
Yeah,
go. Let's get
you
it
know,
real. We
um,
get deep in our desire,
yeah,
ain't it? Yep,
yeah,
that's the
we all
whole.
want to
That's
be
the whole.
desired. We all want to be desired.
yeah,
When we're not
Nah,
feeling that
I
from the
don't
person that's
desire.
supposed to be desiring us, yeah, we feel neglected. Like, okay, well, if he's not going to, somebody else is. And we always think
But
the grass is greener on the other side, right?
yeah, but
But
you know what? I'm sorry. I'm breaking in a little bit. It just we
jump in.
talking about that. We talking about that desire thing. You
yeah,
know, looks always they come and go. but that person inner being and thoughtfulness and the stuff they
Mm-hmm.
actually meant to you or the things that you see them do for other people, that's the real shit. Until when you get older, you'll realize that because like I said, I done met beautiful women, I date women, and it wasn't all about the desire. Most of the time, it was me trying to find out what did they like and see what we got in common together, so then we can do stuff on that level.
Well, it's some things you just can't just let go that easy. I mean, being in a relationship or a marriage for that long and not getting, that need fulfilled, that is a real problem. Sex is a huge part of the relationship. Most
Mhm.
people, always want to put that on the back burner, but to be honest, when you're not having sex, it's a sign of a problem, right?
Man,
Because when things are working, you should want to feel your mate as often as possible.
Yeah.
yeah, but you know what? A lot of
At least
time,
that's how I do things.
they forgot to learn how to blow. You know what I'm saying? If you learn how to blow a couple times, you just blow some balloons up just a couple times. A lot of this you wouldn't even have no problem. See, that's the biggest thing about it. Everybody want their cookies. They want their cookies ate. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to blow them balloons up. The balloons gotta get blowed up too. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody want their
Yeah.
Get the
cookies ate. Well, maybe she's been trying to blow the balloons. It seems like she's been trying to blow them balloons, but he don't really. His balloon's a little deflated. He tired or he feel like
Yeah.
he's doing his job, but it
She
takes a
got to
lot more
change
than
it.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the thing about sex though. See, that's the problem with everybody. They get comfortable and then they start doing the average Joe shit, or they don't do no spontaneous stuff. You know what I mean?
And they
Yeah.
get with
Like
side
That's
piece and, and,
important.
and
wait,
turn into super freak, right?
That's
yeah,
That's
wake
how
up. Hey, look, wake up in the morning like, oh, baby, you all right? He go to
yeah.
sleep like a
Yeah.
little baby.
Yeah. You on to something, But real talk though. I mean, you can't just get to a point where you just monotonous and just doing the same old thing.
No,
Yeah.
gotta keep it spicy.
Yeah, you got to do something different. Catch them off guard. Like you said, you might be
Yeah.
sleeping. Then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you just feel some lips. Just oh God, what was that? That's it. Look. That's it. It's important. It's important. But my understanding in this situation is that the brother man, the husband, he feel like, well, the only thing he feel like he need to be doing is just, paying the bills and he good. He don't need to do nothing else. And she like, nah, you need to drop the hammer too. You need to keep going. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You need to, you can't and doing something just on the holidays, anniversary,
Man.
birthday. You got all these gaps, so you got cobwebs in between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got real needs that sit on the shelf, and that's an adult situation. It's only so much. It's only so much you can take. If you did everything in your power, like, look, I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z, and they like, I don't feel it.
Hey, what if she bleed?
You opening the door. You opening the door. Say what?
What if she bleed a lot?
Well, then you got to work around those times.
So she bleed a lot.
There are some women that go through those types of issues.
Yeah, they got women that do be 24.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. It's 2019. Either you work around them times, or you invest in some doc tiles and make it do what it do. But I'm just saying, you got to keep your marriage going. You feel me? So yeah.
You better break out the towels. Go to work.
Buy some dock ones and make it do what it do. You feel
Put their hard hat on and be like, it's time to go to work. Punch in the clock.
Punch in the clock. Do what you need to do.
Ooh, that's what I like you, Candy. That's what I like you, Candy. Special girl. You right on time with that one right there. Make it do it and do. Boy, I feel like, can I feel your wrist? Feel your wrist right quick.
You feel my wrist?
Hold on. Let me. No, wait a minute. Yeah, you got nice wrist.
You got nice wrist.
Yeah. Let me feel it again. Yeah.
This brother turned into Ray Charles over this piece.
He's feeling wrist. Exactly.
He like this.
Ray Charles. Bex is a mess.
That
But
motherfucker a certain
that's
risk. Go ahead.
look, but that's important though. Like it is, we cannot neglect each other, and I think they both have a part to play. Yes, she was wrong for stepping out, but he's equally as wrong for neglecting the
Oh yeah.
woman that he claimed to love or he married. I mean, it takes more to than just to pay the bills. The bills is the bills.
Yeah.
That doesn't keep the fire warm. You feel me? So it
Mm-hmm.
might keep the electrical, but it
Ooh.
don't keep the fire warm. So you gotta keep that thing up.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, as
Yeah.
often as possible. You know,
Mm.
and she may think the grass is greener because it's feeling great to her, and she's loving all the attention. But that's only because that's
Can't
where she's
stop.
watering. I'm
Can't stop.
serious.
Oh,
And
you just
It's
she
making
only
you making
because
she
me drool,
she
Candy.
getting
Hold on.
she getting her look,
Mm.
she getting her law watered. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, she getting it
Look,
watered.
yeah.
Exactly.
So
Mm.
the bottom line is this: when you lead those type of drop situations, you lead the possibility of a door opening up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I don't care who you are, it's possible. You know what I'm
But why
saying?
she just didn't, well, she maybe just didn't grab that. All you gotta do is grab that nigga shit and tell that nigga. I bet
Hey,
she
But
don't
see,
say that. Would
you
she
know
just
what?
roll over and
Sometimes
shit
it's
mad
a
at that nigga
disconnect.
like, mm,
yeah.
mm,
After some
mm,
time,
mm.
it could be a disconnect created. You guys know I'm divorced. I was
Oh
married for
yeah.
17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a very similar experience in my life. Sometimes
Mm.
when you reach a point where there's a disconnect, that's just what it is. And yeah, you can try and okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. But once you make that step out the door, it's never the same. You know what I mean? It's almost like a drug addict. I go get that fix and that first high and that thing is so good and oh my gosh. So I come over here and try to get this over here and it just don't work the same. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not getting that same high. And that's what
Yeah,
it is.
it's
So
satisfaction.
yeah, that
Yeah.
satisfaction,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and it makes you,
Look,
it
look,
makes you
so
want to go and try and get it
so
again, you
Go,
know?
go.
so here's
Wait a
another
minute.
dilemma.
Man, I wish I had my tongue could touch my nose. Go ahead.
Go
What you
ahead.
say?
I was gonna say here's another dilemma because it sounds like she's at a point of no return. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like you
Divorce.
know, well
Yeah,
that
she's at.
she pretty much and felt she's at a point where she's like I can't live without it type of deal.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I don't want to mess my situation up, but I can't live without it. Now what do you
See,
do?
that's, you know what? That's when you look at reality. That's when you have to step back and look. Because, like I said, I've been there. You have to look at all the factors included. Okay, so now I have a family, right? Okay, let's take the man out the equation. Let's take the husband out the equation. I have these kids. We have this house, these cars, these bills. If I were to transfer all that to this guy, can he handle that? Is he ready for that? Is that something he even wants at the end of the day? Or he just want this work? Because that's really probably what it is at the end of the day. So if you can look at that situation and say, I can take this whole cookie cutter situation that I got and transfer it over here and it's gonna work the same, then yeah, I can see you stepping out, and making that serious move. But at the end of the day, more than likely, that's not what he wants. That's not what he signed up for. He don't want to meet your kid. He just want to blow your back out. He just want to have fun. He wants you to make him feel young, and he making you feel young. But now, when you talk about bringing all that responsibility in the equation, I got to get to know your kids. I got to play stepdaddy. Then I got to be looking at your husband angry and mad with me, pay them bills. And so
Nope.
that's what it is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and games until the reality set in. And that's when you really have to sit down and look and say, okay,
Back to the
Now,
topic.
now she, now, how many, say 2 years, just 2 years they've been having sex on every holiday.
Yeah,
That's it.
seasonal. Yeah,
Mm.
but see,
Mm.
that sounds like a season, and that's the thing. It's 20 years in the play here. That sounds like a season. There's something going on other than her not getting it. Something happened. They might have hit a brick wall somewhere. It's some communication that's not being, had in this relationship. Because 20 years is a long time.
it
And this
Yeah.
is.
2 out of 20, everybody, like you said earlier, DJ, everybody goes through ups and downs. But this
Yeah,
is a brief, and it's probably a brief season. And
yeah,
sometimes we get into
But
brief seasons, or we're not used to that. You go make a drastic decision that can cost you everything. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because you're
yeah.
in a brief moment of drought, and that could be what it is, and it could be something going on. I recommend that they talk to somebody. That's not one
I,
thing that we do well and very much in our community, right? Um,
Mental
but it's
health.
yeah, mental health is very pertinent, and we always push it aside and forget about it. So I feel like that they both could use to talk to somebody individually and together because they are a couple. You know what I'm saying? They do have a union that they committed to.
Oh,
So yeah,
dang,
Yeah,
that's messed up.
that's real
That's all
advice right
messed
there.
up.
Yeah, that's real advice. You know that I definitely recommend the counseling piece.
Did they
And,
talk?
well,
Did they talk to
I,
each other
I
yet?
I think they talk, but I just think he just the husband's just hell bent on the bills is enough, and that's his point of view. And she
Oh,
like, I'm trying to tell you, you know that
it's
uh,
not enough.
uh, I need this fire put out. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
wet,
I need
wet.
you to tend to this fire. Yeah, I need you to
I
tend to
need to
this
get that
fire.
wet, wet. It's wet,
Yeah,
wet,
yeah.
Yeah,
wet,
So
wet.
so that's
yeah,
real. You know, if you bring, especially when you bring it to somebody's doorstep and you telling them, look, this is what I need, and they still say, they still like, nah, I got that bank, I'm good. So I'm like,
Um,
okay, I told you.
well, did anybody say maybe something is wrong with him?
yeah,
Yeah,
Maybe something's
well,
wrong
yeah.
with
It
him.
could be that. It
and
could be
that's
that.
what
That's why I
Yeah,
said some things that
that's
are
what
not being
Candy's
thought
saying.
about.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
Candy, bringing
yeah.
up that you
It
have it
could
can be
be
it
diabetes or anything
yeah,
else
yeah,
with a
yeah.
medical thing, which would cause such stuff happen to a
can
man's
so
the,
so so
erectile dysfunction. You
so
know,
instead of addressing it, he's just avoiding it.
Right.
yeah.
Because
Well,
I
just
mean,
working
for
probably.
men that can be a shameful thing when you age. Things
Don't work right.
change. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
just
don't
like
work the
women.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, women after a certain amount of time, things the desert, become a desert sometimes. God forbid, knock on wood. I ain't got no time for that. But you know what I'm saying? Like it can.
You done messed up
I
my
see it.
screen with that one. A desert. Wait a minute, man. Hold on. Oh
I mean,
God.
that's what I hear. I haven't looked
yeah,
at that point in life,
that's
thank God.
hey,
But
that's the
you
best way
know,
to break it down. That's the best way to
yeah,
explain it.
you
Desert.
know. So, but it's embarrassing even with your spouse because you
Oh,
feel
just
like,
get
man,
some food. Squeak, squeak, and some of that water, pour it right on there. That's all you do. Turn around, boy. Squeak,
yeah.
squeak,
But see,
and
that's
then
different for women and men. We have that. We have that outlet. We have that.
yeah,
We have
yeah,
that go to. Let me go get something to
Yeah,
use.
yeah,
Well, men, on the other hand, the
Reebok
yeah,
men,
pump.
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Y'all got to
yeah,
take a little extra measures to make things work
yeah.
more
Blow
than
on it.
we do.
Yeah,
You know,
Just
yeah,
blow on it. It worked.
yeah. So
sometimes.
so we pretty much I guess you can just follow the advice of Candy, get some counseling. I would definitely recommend counseling, and if it is something medically wrong and you just trying to avoid it, you you stupid, Sean. Look, look. If you do have it, if you do have an
Don't
issue,
stop.
getting it up, and you do need to get some medication, get the medication. Get the checkup. Get the checkup first and foremost. The checkup is going to definitely give you some type of pointer or some direction of what's really going on, and then you can take the measures that's needed because this they got options. So
Yeah.
or you can do option 3 like Sean, spice
Yeah.
it up.
Spice it up.
If you like
Spice it
seeing
up.
your wife, get dry, go ahead, sit in the corner, wait your turn. That's all that. I mean, tag in tornado matches. Y'all can do tornado matches, or y'all can do handicap matches. And then
Ooh,
single
handicap.
matches. Yeah, for the championship.
Winner takes all.
Yeah, want to get the cookie.
I want,
Man.
bruh.
Yeah, well, there it is. Those are some real solutions that you can take into account. We're going to get ready to wrap this thing on up and roll on up out of here. Definitely appreciate Candy for getting down. Max Black in the building. Hey, stay
313, baby.
tuned. Yes, indeed. So we're going to get ready to roll up out.
DJ
Y'all want?
Battle.
Yeah. Oh, you already know. I'm in here.
Candy. Just
Yeah.
like candy.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
my
yeah.
bad.
But yeah, we're going to get ready to transition out of here. We just want to let all you people out there, if you have any issues as far as topics you want us to cover, definitely shoot it to me, shoot it to Candy, shoot it to Max. And if you want to be a special guest and also want to be able to just discuss your issue, hey, we're all down for it.
Absolutely. That's right. Encourage you to come
Just
on.
entertainment. Just entertainment.
We're just going to have a conversation, you know.
That's right.
You're amongst friends. So
That's right.
that's what it is. DJ Battle getting ready to sign up out of here. Definitely can check out all the shows at foundationkings.com. I recommend y'all check out all the rest of the shows we have and stay tuned because we're going to have more to come.